Bang! Yeah, 713, don't step in this league, throwing rocks at the backboard. Living our dream, better dribble to the three, take the shot, here a cash short. And we don't even care what you say, we ain't scared of the hate, get a win in this last more. Stand in the paint, better clear out the way, hit the court with the black force energy. Every single week on a killing spree, you kidding me? You talk about winning with the epitome, you better be talking with peace and we locking the key on them. Know that it's rocking with Ryan and Donte, the drip guy, we beyond the gossip, the topics we talk on a pop, and we conquering the obstacles that we cross as a team. Shot from the seats, we the Rockets like Elon. It's the H-Town Rundown. Let's get started right now.
Hey man, tell me that music ain't fire, bro. That's
fire. Black Force Energy, no young boy. That's fire.
Yes, sir. Made in Iowa, by the way. So y'all can get on with all that.
It's the only good thing out of Iowa. Minus Preston.
Yeah, besides me, of course. That's the other good thing. Thank you guys for joining us on the H10 Rundown Houston Rockets Basketball Podcast. This is our preseason breakdown. We're gonna have a blast over here. Ryan, man, what's good? Thank you for joining us again today, man. Yeah, what's good, man?
Hey, man, you know it couldn't be any better. Rockets basketball is back! Woo! So,
yes,
we're all excited, all very hyped. So let's get the season going.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Man, one thing I'm excited for is more than just preseason basketball, but getting the glimpse during preseason basketball of what it's going to look like. Obviously, I think during our first two games, it was very just getting the guys back in and whatnot. Obviously, one game was better than the other, and we will definitely talk about all of that today. But this is going to be, to overreact or not to overreact. We're going to see about a lot of things here, but let's jump right into it. Ryan, we're going to talk about the Jazz first to begin off the episode today. Before we start talking about individual players, was there a takeaway from the Jazz preseason game that really stuck out for you?
I wouldn't say there was a big takeaway. Again, I wrote my article for Rockets on Sports Illustrated about the key takeaways from the game, but I'm not going to sit here and say there's crazy takeaways just going forward because, again, it's preseason. It was the first game of preseason as well. So it's kind of just to get the players going, to get them a little hot before the season starts. I will say that a few things that look good to me are defense because Amen Thompson, Cam Whitmore, and Reed Shepherd, I think, combined for 6 or 7 steals. Our defense looked really good. I believe Cam Whitmore led the way on defense with 3 steals. What's up, How you doing, bro?
What's good? Hey, my bad. I didn't even know it was today, bro.
No, you straight.
No, you're good, bro.
Yeah.
So we're just doing a quick rundown about our takeaways for the first Jazz game.
All right.
And so I guess, defense obviously is one of them. The aggressiveness. Cam Whitmore, his 2 posters on a row. Who were they on? Was it I'm blanking. 7-footer, what's his name? Walker Kessler.
Yeah, Walker Kessler, bro.
Yeah.
He got yammed on, bro.
Twice in a row. That was crazy. But I will say another big takeaway for me was Şengün's mobility looked really good. I'm going to say he looked faster, but he definitely looked like his stamina was a lot higher, which is what we did see him working on during the offseason with the boxing. And I will also, what I saw is he had a low post step back fade, which in the first quarter, it was in the first 5, 6, 7 minutes of the game. That looked ridiculous. And that's kind of what he talked about in media day, about how he's been working on those post moves and the fadeaways. And he mentioned the Dirk fade. So, and also the Nikola Jokic shot, the Flamingo. I mean, all that, it looks like it's really coming into play. And with Jalen Green, I think, again, it's Jalen Green preseason, but he looked really good in that second quarter against the Jazz. I think he scored 19 of his 21 or 17 of his 21 in that second quarter. So, yeah, he looked very good there.
Yeah, a lot of the players really caught fire in part of that. And I really want to say, it's the Utah Jazz. It's preseason, right? Interestingly enough, we ended up losing this game. We ended up losing, let's see the score, 113 to 122. But the starters looked pretty solid. Again, Fred VanVleet, he only took 4 shots in this game. But he had 8 assists, right? That's kind of
And he only played in the first half.
Exactly, right. But one thing I do want to take away, right, because you talked about Cam specifically and how electric he was in this game. But, Amen Thompson, 6 of 8, he got a free throw. 13 points. I thought that was really nice, very active. Having him out there on the court next to Jabari Smith Jr. just provides so much length. And then even though, you don't see like Cam Whitmore as like, a prime defensive piece yet, right? We've seen him working on the defense. Just him out there too at 6'8", just having three guys, 6'8" and taller out there is just absolutely incredible. But something you did mention here quick before I asked Donte the same question is, like you said, Şengün's mobility, man, he was looking pretty nice out there. He's looking really nice out there. Now, obviously, it's preseason, right? Like, I'm not taking away too much from the shots. Like, yeah, he had 8 shots. Okay, it's preseason. He played 21 minutes, or 22 minutes in basketball. Had 17 points and only 4 boards. But at the end of the day, like, I want to say it's better to overreact when the players are playing well versus overreact when they're playing bad, because it's preseason basketball. It's just ramping up. Right, like nothing means too much. I don't think here. But Donte, give me your takeaways from the Utah Jazz preseason game. What was, if anything, stuck out to you? What stuck out? But like, what's tell me about them.
First of all, I thought the starters dominated when they were out there, when they actually played. Part of the reason why the Jazz came back, won the game, because we took the starters out, obviously, but when the starters was in, they would dominate. The defense was damn good when the starters in. You saw the rotations was right. You saw everybody stand in front of guys. The first play of the game, what did you see? You see Amen Thompson just locking up Keontae George immediately. Everybody was just flying around, making shots. So I thought the defense looked very good with the starters. I thought the starters dominated. I thought Jalen Green, he had a good run in that second half. In that second quarter, I believe he had 8 straight points in that span, 2 threes. One was in the corner. I thought Amen Thompson looked very good, man, in the game. I mean, he's going to be an all-world defender. That guy is going to be an all-world defender. Big. He's very long, 6'8". I like the alley that he caught. He almost caught. I thought he caught that on the rim, but it was a nice little alley that he caught. Cam Whitmore going down the court, just dunking on Walker Kessler. Then he gets the ball right back and dunks on him again. Man, dunked on him twice in 2 possessions.
Oh, back to back, baby.
And I just thought the starters looked very good in this game, man. And one thing people don't won't say about this guy, if you look at Steven Adams, look at the guy's screens, man, that he set. Every time he sets a screen for Jalen Green and sets a screen from anybody, you can immediately see them get stuck on the screen. On the screen, and they have a clean shot to the basket. And the Steven Adams, man, he's like a strong, man. He just real strong. And when he screens you, you're gonna get stuck on the screen. You're just gonna get stuck on the screen. I like that, and that's what we got him for rebounding. And that toughness and his ability to set screens and get guys open. And he was definitely, every time he set a screen, a guy just got open. A shooter, a guy just got open. Especially Jalen Green. It was 2 back-to-back screens that he set for Jalen Green that he immediately got open. No contest at all. He just immediately got open. Like I said, I just thought our defense was good from the start. I like what I saw from the starters. I like what I definitely saw from the starters, and the defense was straight. But Steven Adams setting those screens, man, God lead. Every time he set a screen, they just got stuck. They just got stuck on the screen. And out people set some good screens too. I like the way he was setting screens, and he's more faster. He's more mobile. Looked like he chipped on a little bit. Weight a little bit. He's been working during the summer, so he's more faster, he's more mobile, and his defense has gotten better and better, and his rebounding looks really good.
Donte, I just want to add quickly to what you said about Amen Thompson coming out of the gate being a really good defender. Something I noticed is Cam Whitmore. I think that kind of differs from what we saw last year is his aggressiveness on defense. I mean, as soon as he came off the bench, I forgot who he was defending, but I mean, he was a dog as soon as he came off the bench. I mean, he was locking up every player left and right. Doesn't matter if you're tall, short. Doesn't matter if you're who you are. But he was a very hands-on ball defender this time, and it was really good to see going forward for this future of the Rockies team.
You can say that this looks like an Ime-led defensive team.
Oh
sure.
Yeah, no, this looks like an Ime team.
Yeah, man. I mean, from the beginning to the end of this game, and even some of the players that didn't like. Some of the non-star, like the third stringers, right? You look at Jack McVay in this game, right? He took 6 shots, but he went 2 of 3 from 3 and had 8 points, which is really nice. And despite the rest of the guys, right? You're looking at Nate Williams and Fally, Donte. I don't want to say his name incorrect, but I do apologize, my boy Donte. But yeah, they minus 18, minus 13. Samuels even went -4, but McVay out there was a +1. Nate Hinton was a +1 as well. But on to some of the other guys in this game, right? That didn't necessarily play so well. But again, it is preseason, right? You're looking at Aaron Holiday ball. He just went 3 of 8. He looked like he didn't give up to be there. He went out there. He just shooting shots. We saw not one, but 2 Jae'Sean Tate threes in this game. Boys, I thought we were done with Jae'Sean Tate.
Can I make a hot take?
I thought that was already done with. I don't know why. I know it was preseason, but sometimes when you're left wide open, it's not meant to be.
I'm about to make my hot take central of the episode.
Oh.
Jae'Sean Tate. I'm not saying that I want him on the team. Not saying he deserves to be on the roster. If he can perform in the season how he's been playing in preseason, we can keep him on the roster. Not going forward until the end of the season, but maybe until a trade deadline. He could be a good injury rotation player. If someone's injured and he needs to come into the game.
Yeah,
in the fourth quarter.
Like what I'm saying about Jae'Sean Tate is it's no disrespect to the boy. I think he just ran his course with the team in general. I still think he's a valid asset. I think he does bring a lot of good things to any championship team. But Jae'Sean Tate threes is not what I'm looking for.
He was shooting really well though.
0-2 and 0-3 from the field is absolutely phenomenal.
Is that how? No, second game. Okay, I watched the full second game.
Yeah. We'll get to the second game.
I'll bring up the stats of the second game.
But yeah, I mean, there's other than that, there's not too much to take away from. And then I guess maybe something to note again, preseason doesn't matter. Rookie jitters for sure, but Reed Sheppard went 0-4 from 3. I don't think that really matters. Because next game we saw a different Reed Sheppard. I just think it was just rook kind of stuff going on. But something I did like to see from him, he had a couple boards. I think he had 3 boards in this game, 3 assists, and then he had a steal and 2 blocks. So again, through the stat sheet he was very active, but on the court you could just see his energy out there. I think really was nice to see. Definitely a change of pace with him out there too. He had a couple great passes. That unfortunately just, people just bobbed and couldn't catch completely. But speaking of passes that couldn't be caught, did you all see that pass that Men Thompson tried to make to Steven Adams? Adams, I don't think realized. He's like, oh, man, this kid can actually – he's like, man, I had to pass it like that since, Russell Westbrook. You know what I mean? I don't think he was ready for that for sure. But, I think that Adams-Men connection might be more deadly than what we talked about. Other than that, I think that's really, really all from this game. There's not, like I said, it was we ended up losing. But from the positives of it, I mean, Jalen 50% from the field. Cam Whitmore, he went 6 of 8. Şengün went 6 of 8. Jabari had 7 shots in this game. He went 3 of 7. 7 points, 5 boards. And we'll talk about Jabari later on towards the end of the episode. But just kind of things like that. Nothing too crazy. No real overreactions. Except in this game, Jalen did go 4 of 9 from 3 because Steven Adams out there is just just the Hulk out there on the court. He's on the court, you're getting open. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. The only way you're not is I guess if you're trapping from sides. I don't know. I don't know how they're really going to guard the Adams pick and roll, especially between Adams and Fred VanVleet. I think that's going to be beautiful. Reed Sheppard and Adams as well. But I think that's all from this game, unless you guys have any other final thoughts before we move on to the next one.
We can move on to the next one.
Cool. All right. So this was more of an interesting game. This was more against, I don't know. We ended up winning this one 122 to 113 in OT, by the way, against the OKC. Now, I have said on here that I think if Houston matches up with OKC in the playoffs in the first round, I think we're winning. I'm still going to stick to that. I'm not going to lie. Despite the starters kind of getting outplayed a little bit. I mean, Şengün, he only got 7 shots, but he did have 12 free throws. So we're looking at that as, he had 7 shots, total attempts, but he had 12 free throws. I think that kind of evens out a little bit. But, this was definitely an experience for sure. You're looking at Jalen, Amen, and Cam here. I'm going to do some quick math. They win a total of 9 of 32 from the field, those 3 combined. That is not phenomenal. That is not phenomenal. Jalen ended up going 3 of 9 from 3, which again isn't terrible because that's still 33%.
It's not what 33%. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's not like terrible, but
That's
he was getting wide open. But then again, he was also getting trapped, right? OKC looked like they game planned like through the first 3 quarters, they game planned this like a real game. And Houston was just like, hey, like we just trying to like this is preseason, baby. Like what are we doing? Dylan Brooks ISOs, bro. Hey, Dylan. Dylan. Don't be.
He gone.
Don't be doing no ISOs. No Dylan ISOs. All right, you the vet. I need you to be out there as a calming presence. I know that's not like your identity necessarily, but we ain't got Fred VanVleet out there. I need you to rally the troops, not call ISOs. And then kind of like what Locked On Rockets said about this game is like the ISO ball is like infectious, right? Because the people aren't getting touches and the ball isn't moving right. So then that led to a terrible Jabari Smith Jr. shot. That led to a couple of Jalen ISOs, right? And then Cam Whitmore just CTE again, 2 of 10 from the field, had 9 points. This was definitely a game we could have lost. And then it's coming down to a free throw. I forget. I think it was Nate Hitton at the free throw line that missed. And then Jack McVay, bro, playing for that last roster spot for sure.
my goat.
Wow. Wow. Hit that little put shot back. So honestly, thank you, Jack. Appreciate you. It's nice to have a guy out there like that. Not expecting that at all.
Does he get the 13th roster spot?
I said he's trying to play to earn it for sure. In this game, Jack went 3 of 4 from the field. He hit 1 out of 2 threes, had 7 points and 4 boards. And again, he's the one that sent this game to OT.
Something that I noticed about his game, watching Rockets versus Thunder, is that he's taking all the right shots, and even if he has an open look but knows there's a defender that can run get to him quick, he's going to pass it up. And I think that's what makes him a good player for us on that 13th spot. Because let's say it comes down to the clutch time and we need a shooter out there, put him out there. He's going to hit the shot. I mean, he showed up big time. Yeah, sure, it's preseason, but I mean, if it becomes a trend.
Yeah, it totally could be. He's like out there playing. I don't know how old Jack is, but he's playing with like such like vet mentality, and I love it. I love it. Like he's
been in the NBO for a while, no?
Yeah, a bit. But it's just like sometimes it doesn't always translate 1-to-1, right? From the national league to coming to the NBA. And I mean, just in general, he showed out in his couple games, pretty great. And I don't know, I really liked what I saw from Jack out there. He's trying to earn that roster spot 100%. And I mean, he hit clutch shot after clutch shot. Yeah, he played solid defense. I'm inclined to say, hey, Stone, Jack. You know what I mean? Like, what's about that? And then again, we didn't see any in this game. We didn't see any Steven Adams. I don't think. No, we didn't see any Steven Adams. Fred didn't play. Guys, the Lord and Savior Thon Maker did not play in this game either. So no worries about that. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, Tari Eason played in this game. It was really good to see him out on the court. And
he looked so healthy too. He looked healthier than ever. It was ridiculous. So,
dude, he looked great out there. Again,
I'm just going to bring this up as a quick point. Yeah. We didn't have Tari Eason or Dylan Brooks in that first game where our defense looked really, really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Having them two, it's going to make such a difference for us going forward. I mean, the Rockets should definitely be a top 5, top 4, top 3 defensive team in the league this year. And I'm not here to say that defense wins games, but I do believe that I think that defense gets us to the playoffs.
Well, defense wins championships, no? You know what I mean? But I do agree with you. I 100% agree with you. Also, I'm looking at like some of the stats here. So I'm looking at like points in the paint. We lost that battle by 4. We lost the fast break points by 6, 12-18, which is interesting. But bench points, we got outscored by 1 as well, 63-64. I don't know. I think just all around in this game, it was not bad. We scored 16 points in OT. 16 points in OT, bro. That's not that bad. I don't know how many OT games have been played so far in the preseason, but I think it is interesting. This game just makes me feel some type of way, though.
Something that also I think intrigues me about the preseason is Cam Whitmore shot terribly in the second game. What did you say? He shot 2 for 10?
Yeah.
Come on, 20%, really. But what I will say is that his defense in the first game looked like he improved drastically. And if he can find a game and it comes down to it where he needs to be able to swap offense with defense, he'll be able to do it.
Well, I think it's really about mentality because in this game you didn't see that at all.
I agree with you, but I think seeing that Cam Whitmore isn't just an offensive player now like he was last year, it's going to make tables turn for us a lot this year.
I'm really hoping so. I'm really hoping so because if I get too much Cam Whitmore CTE, I'm gonna be mad. This game was just very just not much team ball was really being played here. But before we end up talking about a couple other things, I do want to bring up so the rookie, like we said, first game against Utah, not phenomenal rookie jitters. This game, much different, very calming force. He went 5 of 7 from the field. He is only 3, had 4 assists out there as well. That was what I was.
He looked very, very, very comfortable out there on the court.
That's the exact word I was just thinking. Comfortable, right? As a rookie, looking that, he understood the game. He understood the pace. He knew what was going on. I appreciated every second he was on the court. It didn't look pretty 100% of the time, but it looked pretty solid for a rookie. I'll tell you that.
And I've mentioned it in our previous podcast. If Reed Shepherd is able to tighten his handle and he's able to get to his spot in the mid-range, we're going to be so good. And that's something that we saw both in the first game and the second game.
I mean, we saw
it just looks like it's almost so natural to him.
Yes.
I think where I do want him to improve is, again, back with that mid-range dribble to his spot type of move. But he definitely looked a lot more comfortable doing it than most rookies would.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And to add on with that, who's his mid-range remind you of? How he's able to get to that little elbow, get that little fadeaway shot there, man. It looks real nice, man. It looks
like somebody that has never won a ring in his life, but it was an amazing rocket.
Yeah, man. That could be a lot of people, which is terrible. But
yeah. Okay, Chris Paul, fine. I cannot be
CP 0 rings, man, and I love it. It's really nice. What I do want to see, like I said, is just more pick and roll with Steven Adams. And obviously he's not 100% healthy. So I'm assuming we're going to see your favorite player out there, the Jacques, with some minutes.
Oh, yeah, my favorite player of all time.
But yeah, Donte, man, give us your thoughts on the Rockets versus OKC game. Like I said, it was very this is more ISO heavy and just not great ball movement. And it was really the third stringers that brought us back. So I don't know. Give me your thoughts. Oh, you Mike.
Not concerned at all. I think when the regular season starts, you'll see a little difference. Again, Cam Whitmore going 2 for 10. I mean, but again, if you just actually look at the shots these guys were taking, they were just wide open. I mean, I'm not mad if you miss open shots. If they're open, it's just gonna be sometimes you're not gonna be able to make them. Sometimes you're not gonna hit them. Just like Jalen Green, he's open. I mean, he's taking efficient shots. They're great shots that he could easily make. There's just going to be several nights, that they're not going to be able to make those open shots. Those open shots not going to fall. So not mad at the open threes, not so much mad. It's just a shot selection. Now, when you fully keep taking contested shots or, just going to the rim and having 3 guys out there on you and not throwing the ball, then that's when I'm having a problem with. But other than that, if it's one-on-one and it's a tough finish, or if you just missing open shots, I can't be mad at that because, I mean, it's open. It's a wide open jump shot. A lot of people's going to miss wide open jump shots and everything. I just care more about, the shot selection. Dylan Brooks, had 15 points.
ISO Brooks, though, man. If I see ISO Brooks one more time, bro,
I'm not too concerned about all that. The man can make plays. I don't have no problem with him dribbling the ball and going to the post and making a little shot, little turnaround jump shot. It's like I say, man. The man can put the ball on. Man can put the ball on. I'm pretty much sure regular season that's gonna all change. It's just preseason right now, so I'm not gonna get crazy over it. It's gonna change when it comes to the regular season. But again, Jack McVay. I mean, Samuel. That was a perfect miss. That was a perfect mixed free throw. That was a perfect miss.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
right.
Samuel.
He goes right into the man hand, right into the shooting motion too, where he can just grab the ball and just shoot and just make it and just make the shot
thing right in there, man.
Tyra Easton looked a little rusty, but I thought he performed well. He looked a little rusty out there, like he haven't been on the court. But other than that, the guys came back. Third string brought us back, and those are the guys that you look for to see. All of those 13 guys that came back for us, they all fighting for a roster spot. So again, they're gonna go out there and play hard. They're gonna go out there and play with toughness. And finally, Donte, he needs a whole lot of work, man. The man can't catch anything. He can't catch a cold. So, Press, if you don't mind, he needs a lot of work in the G League. Cure the You Gone song for
look, if he don't get work in the G League, bro, you know what I mean? At this point,
there you go. He can't catch a cold. Man, the ball be perfect in his hand, and he just drop it. He just
bro.
He just got to come on with it, man. If he don't make the roster, he go. If he don't improve in the G League or something like that, it don't look good.
Bro is so big for what? He's got all that height, all that weight. He can't catch a ball to save his life.
No, for real. I was very, very, very shocked, disappointed in what he had going on. I was expecting more from him in this game. I don't know, a player that we haven't talked about at all, though, Sir Landale, the landing zone.
There's a reason we have not talked about him.
Hey, he got 5 boards in this game.
Preston had 5 points in the second game.
Okay.
On 2 for 3 shooting.
He did hit a 3. We got a Tate 3, and it wasn't a step back 3. So I'm not gonna cue that he gone, but Tate, you won't watch. You won't watch.
Gone.
For real. But I don't know. Other than that, Aaron Holiday. I think Aaron Holiday sees his minutes just getting diminishing from him from Reed Shepherd.
I said that. I said Reed Shepherd was gonna play. The only way Holiday will actually play is the same way like last year. That's the only thing he will actually play. When did Aaron Holiday start getting minutes? He got minutes when Amen Thompson went out the lineup. That's when he.
Man, I've been saying this since June.
He played so good that you couldn't keep him out of the lineup. He kept his spot. Ime Udoka kept him in, and he played good. Now Reed Shepherd comes in. Look at the minutes. You see Aaron Holiday on the bench. Reed Shepherd getting most of the minutes. The only way Holiday is going to chip in there, he's one of the veterans. When you need, if an injury happens, that's when you pull him out. That's when you pull the other weapon out. But other than that, hey, Reed Shepherd going to play those minutes. He's going to get those minutes. He's going to get those.
Another thing.
I know, bro. My take has been hot since June. No flight, but I've been right since then. So
yeah. Another thing I want to say is no Fred VanVleet. The team does not look phenomenal. The team does not look phenomenal, bro. No ball movement. There was no. It was like I said. It was very ISO heavy.
Well, okay. Remember, this is why we have Reed Shepherd as our backup point guard, developing right under Fred VanVleet.
Agreed. And again, preseason, maybe players didn't really care and whatnot. This game just really looked like OKC was like, okay, we're gonna triple Jalen and let LP do whatever he wants. And I don't know. I mean, especially after Jalen hit 2 or 3 threes in a row in that second quarter, and then coming out in the third quarter, they were just trapping on the screens, just trap immediately. So hopefully Jalen can learn to, hey, I'm getting trapped and pass out.
Well, no, I think Jalen needs to learn how to be more of a, I don't want to say pass first guard because he's not, but I do want him to learn how to pass the ball more, not just in a trap, but be able to facilitate the floor.
More like combo guard skills.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? It's been 4 years and we finally might have a rookie of the year on our hands. I'm saying it's either going to be Reed Shepherd or Khalil Ware, but I think Reed Shepherd, we finally have one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. Because a lot of rookies are also starting too. So Reed's going to have to make a big impact in order.
Yeah, but look at the good preseason. Sarr, what have we heard from Sarr? I mean, I saw he had a good stat line in the first preseason game, but still doesn't look like he's going to be great. Let's think. Who else?
Hey, Zachary looked way better than Sarr. Looks polished than Sarr. You can tell that right now with his first game. He looks way better.
But again, we have Reed Shepherd coming off the bench, but he's going to come off the bench getting those Aaron Holiday minutes pretty much every game. and he's going to be developing right under Fred VanVleet, which is going to just boost his what's it called?
Don't say trade value.
No. What's it called? Like when a rookie just improves, so it's going to boost his improvement really quickly.
Yeah.
So
to tie into
what's the 2K term?
His progress.
Progress.
I know what you mean, though. I know what you're saying. I think it is going to be interesting. And speaking of, right, you're talking about Rookie of the Year. And I don't know if anybody read the GM, like the random GM questions or anything like that they get asked every season. And Reed Shepherd is the heavy favorite.
Yeah, the heavy
favorite. 43% to win Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
He got 43%.
That's not a lot.
That's 43% of.
Oh, 43%. I thought you said 3.
No. 43% of the total votes from all GMs across the league to win Rookie of the Year. The next closest is 17%. I don't even know who it is.
Well, I will say this. I don't know if I can. So the Heat on Sports Illustrated, because I write for them as well.
Sadly.
This is everybody in this group chat has been saying that Reed Shepherd is going to be the Rookie of the Year.
Wow.
I think we have about 4 people saying that so far.
Reed just looks like you said earlier, a good word for it was just comfortable. He looks like being the floor general out there. He just makes great passes. And he's just a high IQ basketball player. And being able to run Reed, Amen, and Şengün in lineups, I won't lie, I actually might be comfortable with that. I agree. The reason I'm comfortable with that now is because Şengün looks a good amount faster. I'm not going to say he looks much faster, but he was closing out on shooters very well in this game.
This wasn't mentioned, but we saw Şengün shooting that catch and 3 at a high clip.
Oh, yeah. He was letting that thing fly. He didn't give up.
And sure, maybe went 1 for 3 on them for what I remember, but it's still like 33% shooting.
Well, I mean that ain't bad as long as you feel like you confident in taking it, like you was.
Yes.
Like I'm just saying, confident in like taking that 3-point shot. You know, hey, that's good with me. Just don't hesitate shooting the ball, shooting the 3-point. And then there was one possession that I watched that he got the ball from the 3-point corner of the 3-point line. He drove all the way up under the basket and just gave Chet Holmgren the business, man. Just shot up over him, put his body into him, just laid up over him like it wasn't nothing. Just like it wasn't. He still can play some bully basketball, man, when he need to, man. And he do it against the best of them too.
Yeah, absolutely. And being able to just like I don't know, just be able to dominate the paint is absolutely a crazy skill that not a lot of big men have these days, right? Like a lot of them are like, not okay. Let me take that back. Not every like center can dominate like Şengün can in the paint. I think he's just a completely unique basketball player when it comes to that, and I really think that he's working really hard, and we saw that during the offseason, right? Like just we see the improvement, right? And I wonder what the improvement at the end of all of this is going to be for the entire team, right? Like we had a good game from Jalen. We had a bad game from Jalen. We had a great game from Cam. We had a bad game from Cam. Now, I will follow up with the Cam thing. We saw him look great in a game in Summer League and then absolutely dog shit in the second game of Summer League. So I'm not saying that there's a comparison there, but just watch out for it.
Be prepared. Y'all too, and Rocket's Twitter, because I'm about to have a hot take of the year.
Oh, okay. At the end of the year? Okay.
No, of the year. So Jalen Green, right? Me being a big Jalen Green fan. Look, I love Jalen Green. If he doesn't play well and he's not consistent, Cam Whitmore can easily fill in that spot coming off the bench and put Jalen Green back to the bench. Like he maybe was doing.
Cam can be consistent himself.
If Cam can be consistent himself, correct. Yeah. But if he is consistent like he played in that first game against the Jazz, I don't know. I mean, if we traded Jalen Green, I think Cam Whitmore could be a great starting piece.
Could be. And isn't it interesting? When we drafted Cam last year, we were talking about it. Donte knows, man. We were talking about it. Drafting Cam, what does that mean for Jalen? Drafting Reed, what does that mean for Jalen? That's been the
basis of the whole thing.
Obviously, a lot of pressure on him. It's obviously a lot of pressure. Like when you draft a guard, pretty much. Go ahead, Ryan.
at the same time, drafting Cam Whitmore, regardless of the situation, was a no-brainer because he fell all the way to 20.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
No
I
matter
mean, and you
what.
drafting. Well, we're gonna use Reed Shepard as a point guard, but that obviously there's no pressure. So really you have two guys. Fred VanVleet. That for third year not guaranteed. So you got really two guys in the helm that can take over Fred VanVleet's spot if you don't want to bring him back. If you don't want to bring him back because that third year is not guaranteed. So you got two guys in that possession. Plus you can use Amen Thompson in different ways, like as a small forward, as more of a power forward because he's 6'8" and he held his own pretty good. But other than that, you drop the person in the same position like Cam Whitmore. It's gonna obviously be pressure, especially if you're in the contract. It's obviously gonna be pressure.
Yeah, 100%. And with that pressure comes to show the season. Like, do the Houston Rockets have it? How well are we going to work under pressure? What is that going to look like when we're really vying for a true playoff spot, right? Again, we've talked about the Rockets maybe being the 6th seed, right? So what's that going to look like? Again, preseason, not trying to overreact, right? This is to overreact or not to overreact, and it looks like we've chosen to not overreact on anything. I think we've been pretty solid so far. Just things we got to look at is what's it going to look like in the regular season. And I'm hoping that the last couple preseason games here, I think our next one is against, I'm not sure who our next one is against. Does anyone know who our next preseason
I think it's the Pelicans. Is it the Pelicans?
Okay.
Yeah,
bro. They going to try to use Herb Jones as their active center. I'm not going to lie. We are about to cook these boys if we're using our regular rotation. Yeah.
And what, like you said about using a regular rotation, is that Ime Udoka said that the last two games are going to be more to see who gets what minutes, who plays where, and I think we're going to really test what the season's going to look like with these last.
Hey, I think for right now we can all agree that you got the starting five is going to be the same. The starting five is the same.
Yep.
You got Fred VanVleet. You got Dylan Brooks as long as he's healthy. Jalen Green, Alpi, and Jabari. That five is the same five. So you got the other four guys. You got Reed. You got who else? You got Reed. You got Cam. Who else? Would you say Steven Adams? And you got two more other. Tari Eason is one of them. And one more. Off the bench. This is 9 people. You got 9 guys. In the 9 guys, he trots out there. During
Reed Shepard.
The other 4 coming off the bench.
Reed, Cam, Tari, and Adams, I think is.
That's our 9-man rotation.
Thompson.
That's our 9-man rotation right there.
Amen Thompson,
Amen Thompson. Yep, that's 10. That's 10
right there, bro.
I don't forget about Amen Thompson.
My bad. That's 10 guys. That's 10 guys who can go. He can go.
I'm sorry. I'm actually dumbfounded that y'all forgot who he is.
My bad. No.
Like the reason I didn't think of him on spot is that's why I asked, because I didn't know y'all didn't mention him.
Sometimes you count him as a starter because he starts at times. He starts sometimes, so you forget you automatically. Yeah, but you got 10 guys that you can bring off the bench easily. Yeah. Aaron Holiday is not. I will say he would not be in the rotation. The only way he will play in the rotation, he's definitely making the team. He's definitely gonna be one of the veterans, along with Jeff Green and Jock Landale and all those guys. Those are the 3 guys. That's like when a person gets hurt, those are the 3 guys you expect them to come up. You expect them to come up and take some of those minutes.
All right. I think that's it, guys. Donte hitting us with some knowledge at the end of every episode, of course, man. He phenomenal guy out
knowledge
there.
Minus
Donte, bro.
Thompson.
Hey, Donte, plug yourself in, man. Where can we find you, brother?
Y'all know y'all can find me on Instagram at Coach Donte 5. Y'all can find me on X at Coach Donte 31. Y'all find me on my YouTube channel at Coach Donte. Y'all can find me right here, HTOWN Rundown, with my 2 guys, man. My 2 guys, Ryan and Press, my running buddy Press. We've been running for like going on 3rd year. And 3
years, baby. 3 years, junior year, baby.
We've been out throughout the Aces.
6 months, I think.
Me and Press been out throughout the Aces and Plains, through the Steven Silas area, the rough area. But other than that, so look at
my
Press.
condolences go out to y'all for
y'all can find me on Raw Robin. Y'all gonna find me on Raw Robin as well. Y'all shout out to the Raw Robin, my boy Aaron and AK and Aaron and all of those guys, man. Shout out to those.
Orman.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Hey, Appreciate you having us on. Appreciate you jumping on, Donte, as per usual. Ryan, bro, where can we find you?
You already know where to find me at. Y'all can find me at Ryan Dime 15 on Twitter, X, at Ryan Dime 15 on IG. Y'all can find me on Rockets on Sports Illustrated, obviously here on the H-Town Rundown podcast. And y'all can find me on the Rockets Round Robin podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And be sure to check out the website, guys, at htownrundown.org, man. We got the website up there, and we're updating it constantly. Hopefully some news coming out soon about that. Maybe some merch, maybe. I keep talking about merch, but, maybe we're getting closer than I realized here. But thank you guys for watching, for listening. Be sure to follow us at H-Town Rundown on Instagram as well as Twitter. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. I see all y'all watching and not subscribing to the YouTube channel and comment tonight. Go comment your reactions. I'm talking overreact to both preseason games. I want all the overreactions on the H-Town Rundown. Be sure to go do that. And then be sure to follow me at drip2piece_DAWD on X as well as Instagram, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening for another episode of the H-Town Rundown Houston Rockets Basketball Podcast. We're going to be back Tuesday with a special guest for a special little episode, so be sure to watch us there. Thank you for watching, guys.